What? What? Hi, welcome to Your Yandere Boyfriend Part 2, immediately recorded after the previous one. So, yeah, this is where we left off last episode. We paused for a moment before leaving the kitchen, trying to make sense of what just happened. Yeah, thinking about having it with your soon-to-be ex-boyfriend in the kitchen is quite frankly unbelievable. Your ability to control your impulses is clearly still a serious problem for you. Yeah. Control yourself. You vividly remember how Lars noticed this issue and used it against you time and again during your relationship. That's fucked. That's fucked. That's absolutely fucked. That's very fucked. And so are you, and so am I, apparently. Could Soren be about to do the same? Maybe. He could never be like Lars, could he? In both good and bad ways. But could you fall for the same trick twice? Are you going to improve? That is the question indeed. Lars' charm had been tested and approved by many, unfortunately. You can't really say the same for Soren. Is that so? But that doesn't mean you don't find him attractive. On the contrary, you feel like he's already succeeded in messing with your head. Does he? If you're feeling this way before dinner even starts, you can't imagine what the end of the evening will bring. Yeah, I really can't imagine. I really can't. Still, you know, you have to take your chance. Your final dinner with Soren begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. I bet that's not the only thing churning inside of me right now. As the scent of the warm lamb chops he's just served reaches your nose, you realize you're actually hungry. He takes his seat across from you at the table and offers an encouraging smile. Please, try it, love. I hope you like it. After everything he's done to prepare this for you, there's no way you could refuse. You pick up your fork under his attentive gaze and bring one of the 3 sliced pieces to your mouth. You don't need to be a gourmet to know this is perfection. The crispness of the outside and tenderness of the juicy center, the way every spice is balanced just right. You've always known he was skilled in the kitchen. That's so. What else is he skilled in the kitchen? Are we talking about cooking or are we talking about cooking? This is flawless. Absolutely perfect. I've never had anything like it in my life. He doesn't just react to the compliment itself, maybe. What satisfies him more is what he sees in your face, in your eyes. Even with the soft glow of the candlelight, you can tell the emotion welling up behind his gaze. Smiling, he leans forward to refill your wine glass. I'm so glad to hear that, love. For the next minute or so, the only sounds are the rain tapping against the window and your utensils against the plate. Even Princess is absent, granting you both a moment of rare privacy. Nom nom. Your gaze drifts towards the window, noticing the rain outside has picked up. Thought of car journey in this weather begins to feel more and more unappealing. How convenient. Besides, you're not exactly eager to leave this warm, peaceful home and return to your own small but chaotic studio apartment. You decide to the break-up conversation can wait a little longer. You fell for it, I fell for it. Anyway. To be continued. What? Okay, there's something. I'm not leaving here. I'm gonna. Okay. There's one. Okay. I'm gonna skip the dry cleaners. These are all the same. These are all the same. These are all the same. I'm gonna pick every single different question now. These are all the same. 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 I'm not gonna leave this video to be only like 4 minutes, okay? I'm gonna have to do this. I'm not gonna text him this time. Or maybe I should. No, it doesn't change anything. I'm not gonna text him this time. What if I just go straight to business? I'm breaking up with you. I don't like you anymore, I'm breaking up with you. Do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's all the same. Guys, I don't care about anything, I just wanna break up with you. I'm speaking like an excuse here right now. I need to know. I'm gonna stay here. Okay, this is different. Taking a deep breath, you sit on a couch. The wooden display cabinets, drawers, trinkets, porcelain, everything in the room, like the rest of the house, to preserve the original in every room, someone's grandfather and grandmother. Everything was so familiar and comforting. As for rain outside intensified, no more rain rotating in the windows, grounds louder, you find yourself feeling surprisingly peaceful, as if you truly belong here. You know that by breaking up with him, you'll be saying goodbye not only to him, but to all these beautiful memories as well. I'm gonna say, because I wanna explore both of these options. Let's go the curiosity route first. Your eyes catch on a family photo scattered across many corners of the room. You've often heard Soren talk about his happy childhood, unlike yours. You get up from the couch and approach the console, picking up one of the framed pictures on top. It's an odd childhood photo of Soren, and you're not surprised to see him posing with the same quiet, composed demeanor he has now. The young woman hugging him beams at the camera, radiantly beautiful and effortlessly charming despite her simple dress. You recognize her as his mother, who passed away from illness when he was very young. Sob story, I see. Behind them are his warm-looking grandmother and, in contrast, a large stern-faced grandfather, more serious than the others in the photo, but somehow still trustworthy and clearly the one Soren most resembles. After losing his parents early in life, Soren had been raised in this house by his grandparents, and he had always spoken of them with love. Though they're no longer alive, the love they gave him still lives on within him. Moments like this make it hard not to envy him for growing up in a warm, loving, and secure home. Even though both your parents are still alive, that hasn't made a difference. You've always felt far removed from their affection. As you continue looking at the framed photo, something catches your attention. There isn't a single photo of Soren's father, who you know died in an accident before he was born. In fact, you can't even remember whether he has ever said anything about him. Then how do you know about that? How do you know? How do you know? How do I know? You're surprised at your sudden interest in the family of a boyfriend you're planning to break up with. Yet a deep curiosity stirs within you. Curiosity route. You easily find the family album Soren had shown you a few times before, sitting next to heavy encyclopedias in one of the wooden cabinets. Your own family never had enough good memories to fill such thick albums, so these held a special place for you. Maybe you'll come across a photo of his father in one of them. Before flipping through the albums, you don't forget to call out to him before the living room entrance. Okay to take a quick look at the family albums, is that alright? Of course, sweetheart. Whatever you like, feel free. The sounds from the kitchen are enough to tell you that he is quite busy. At least until he returns, you can pass the time flipping through his thick albums. Despite all the dust you end up inhaling, goddamn, you find plenty of photos of Soren's mother as a child and young woman, and even his grandparents in their youth. You also spot several dogs, much larger breeds compared to Princess, but no one who might be Soren's father. Just as you pull the album from the edge of the shelf, a small notebook waits behind it, falls to the floor. The illustration on the cover of a knight in full armor on a horseback instantly reminds you of Soren's fascination with medieval armor and weapons, and you wonder if this might be an old journal of his. I'm taking a look. You set aside the photo album and eagerly flip through the notebook's pages only to be disappointed when you realize most of it is filled with handwritten recipes. Definitely not of vegans, every dish features meat. Considering his grandfather was a butcher, you can't exactly blame Soren. Soren has a fascination with meat. And Lars said there's something between him and Soren. Maybe my theory is right. Maybe they are actually together, tasting each other's meats. When you read small newspaper clipping glued to the pages grab your attention. Most are old, missing persons reports, accidents. You're puzzled. Probably shouldn't have said that word. Probably gonna censor that word. Probably gonna silence it. Because YouTube really doesn't like that word. So I'm even gonna blur it. He has never been into the true crime documentaries or films unlike you, so why did he collect these as a child? As a scam, the headline stabs you cold. Famous actors drives car off cliff. Body still unrecovered. The company photo dominates the page, likely because it made the front page. As someone who once took acting classes and still harbors that passion, the story pulls you in. Yet, the longer you stare at the actor's face, the more unease prickles under your skin. Is that the father? God damn you, dog. Princess has left her bed and is now tugging at the photo from the album you left on the floor. Before you can stop your shout. Fuck! Drop it now. You lunge for the album, but the dog, now defiant, rips the photo clear in half with her teeth. God damn it! Sora's footsteps hurry into the room. Sweetheart, what's wrong? The princess do some. Oh. He freezes, staring at the torn photo in your hands. I'm so sorry, I didn't even notice her coming. He takes the fragments, checking the date on the back. This was the last photo we took together before my mother died. Oh God, what have I done? Don't blame yourself. At least all the pieces are here. Maybe we can restore it digitally with AI. His voice is gentle, but his grip on the fragments is white-knuckled. There is a game called White Knuckle, and I heard it's pretty good, but I can't play it because it's big and I'm poor AF. I really didn't see her. I know, just bad luck. He kisses your cheek in forgiveness, but you don't buy it. As he helps gather the albums and carries the fragments to his room, you know his mood is ruined. And you've clearly been here half an hour. This is what you get for snooping through people's private things. Your final dinner with Storm begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. As the scent of the warm lamb chops he's just served reaches your nose, you realize you're actually hungry. Okay, this is the same. Sige, can you smile? Please try with you. After everything is going to prepare this for you, there's no way you could refuse. You can be this is always second smiling. I'm so glad for the next to do so. The person's absent. Continue eating. I guess if it was a window, the thing right outside is picked up. And the guardian is better begin to feel more and more I'm feeling. Decided to see the apartment, so let's go. Okay, that's not it again. Okay, what if I just don't care about anything and I just want to break up with him? Can I do that? Is that a thing that I can do? Hopefully. I'm focusing on my decision. But this isn't your first time. Of course, you can't compare your relationship with Soren to your previous ones. Among all your past boyfriends, he was the one who showed you the most care and attention. And he entered your life at a moment when you needed someone the most, proving that miracles can still happen in this world. Even so, that didn't guarantee your relationship would last forever, or that your feelings would never change. Just like now, you're grateful for having met him and for the time you spent together. No matter how he reacts to your decision to break up, that truth won't change. At least, you hope it won't. Moments later, you hear his footsteps approaching the living room. Now everything's ready. We can move to the table, darling. Your final dinner with Soren begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. And just yeah. The same, please try it, you're gonna make this smiling and so glad for shit, just the same. It's different! It's different! It's different! It's different! It's different! It's different! There's something I need to talk to you about. A flicker of surprise crosses his face, and the seriousness in your voice. Even so, when he speaks, his tone is just as soft and understanding as always. Of course, love. I'm always ready to listen to you. Take a deep breath. Keeping your eyes on his. No stalling. No sugarcoating. I've been feeling like something's different lately about our relationship. Though the surprise in his expression deepens, he says nothing. He just watches you in silence, waiting, always waiting, for you to finish. It's one of the things I've always loved most about him. And also, in this moment, one of the hardest to face, his way of truly listening, of giving weight to every word you say. But there's no turning back now. You have to follow through. This isn't easy to say, but I think we need to break up. It's getting darker. Do you notice that? This gets darker. The tension in the room is so thick. Your words seem to hang in the air like smoke. His expression doesn't change, but you notice his eyes drift to his wine glass instead of staying on you. You give him space, time to take it in. The sound of rain outside seems to grow louder, pressing into the silence between you. When he finally looks back at you, the warm light that's always lit in his eyes is gone. Oh no. Oh no. I don't believe you made a decision on impulse, Steve. But did I do something without realizing? Something that hurt you? His voice is gentle, so considerate, that his response fills you with guilt, even though you know how deeply this must be hurting him. No, never. Honestly, it's quite the opposite, Soren. Out of all the men you've come and gone in my life, you are by far the best. The thought of losing you, it hurts me too. Still, none of that changes the quiet certainty that breaking up is the right thing to do. You speak again quickly, not wanting to give him room to hope. This is about me, my feelings. I just don't think I can return your love the way you deserve. I don't think I can be truly happy in this relationship. He finally speaks, his voice quieter, more subdued. How long have you felt this way? Or rather, how long have you known? You hesitate. Knowing too much detail will do more harm than good, but you can't ignore this question. Since things got more serious between us, but the last month, it's become something I just can't look past. I see. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry for saying this during a dinner you prepared so thoughtfully, but I couldn't keep it to myself any longer. You deserve to know. This time, the smile that forms on his lips is a little forced, wounded, but still kind. Please don't feel guilty. Oh, please don't feel guilty, Steve. Of course, we didn't enter this relationship expecting it to end this way, but not every relationship concludes as we hope. That's perfectly normal. It doesn't mean either of us did something wrong. You realize that by delaying this conversation for so long, you've only tortured yourself in a way been unfair to him. In the end, your co-worker was right. Soren accepted your decision with grace, effortlessly dismantling the baseless fears you carried for so long. Once again, your instincts, Those that had pulled you into the wrong relationships time and time again have proven to be flawed. He truly is different from all the others. In fact, he's perfect. Wait, what? And if you've ever managed to escape the ghosts of your past relationships, maybe, just maybe, you could have quieted the part of your heart that refused to let him in. Things between you could have been so different, so much better. I'm lucky to have met you, Soren. You don't hesitate as you reach for the hand he gently extends to you across the table. That familiar warmth flows into you, melting away all the tension that had clung to you for days. In this moment, you trust him more than ever. And I'm lucky to have you, Steve. You've always been special to me, and you always will be. You catch the glow in his eyes grow brighter, but it doesn't last long. He gently pulls his hand back away and slowly rises from his chair. Well then, I think we've come to a conclusion on this unpleasant but necessary matter. How about we continue dinner where we left off as good friends, so bring out dessert. Before leaving the room, he pauses at the doorway and glances back at you. Of course, if you'd rather not stay, I can call a taxi to take you home. You narrow your eyes towards the clock above the fireplace. It's gone quite late. Oh, you're right. Time really has flew. I think it's better if I head home now. Seeing you rise from the table and gather your things, he offers to call you a taxi. Would you like me to pack some dessert for you? Creme brulee. I make plenty since it's your favorite. I doubt I can eat it all myself. That would be lovely, but please, don't go through any more trouble on my behalf. It's no trouble at all. He gives you a gentle smile before heading into the kitchen. You wait alone for the taxi, realizing he probably used the dessert as an excuse to be by himself for a moment. Even if your friendship continues, you know things will never be quite the same again. As you absentmindedly scroll through your phone, you notice a message from your coworker. You decide not to reply, at least not now. You'll explain everything tomorrow anyway. Or maybe you don't really know the answer yourself. Are you okay? Am I? Are you? Shortly after, the taxi arrives. Soren emerges from the kitchen holding a neatly wrapped package and walks you out. Why are you so scary? Just before stepping into the car, you glance back at him. He looks like Levi. Beneath the umbrella he's holding for you both, his face is partly obscured by shadows, and you can't quite see his eyes. Maybe that's why even his usually comforting smile feels distant tonight. Good night, Steve. Good night, Soren. You slip into the taxi without delay, and soon you're leaving him with his home behind. Despite everything, a quiet sense of peace settles in your chest. You stay true to your decision. After a month, this path is a lot longer than the last one. Did you make the changes I asked before we send it to the client? You're trying to stay calm despite your boss's usual irritating tone. Yes. All of them? Yes. Did you double check? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Yes, I did. Then why have they been calling me non-stop since the beginning of the meeting? Because they are fucking stupid. Your boss's voice starts composed and ends in a shout, casting sudden silence over the entire office. Why don't you answer the phone and ask them? Your unexpected reply draws stunned looks from your coworkers. Your boss's face flushes bright red with rage just as the phone rings again. He answers and puts the call on speaker. A familiar, dreaded voice fills the room. It's the client who has made your life hell lately. Hello? Oh, Mr. Miles. Sorry for the late. I was in a meeting. Is there an issue with the proposal we sent? Your boss's tone is now softer than a purring kitten after one meal. No, quite the opposite. I just want to say how pleased I am with everything.
The changes you made, though you did inform me in advance, turned out to be very appropriate and necessary. Thank you.
Your boss's face goes blank with confusion. You, on the other hand, should have smug "I told you so" glance around the room. I'm glad to hear that. Unless there's anything else, I need to take care of something urgent.
Of course. Have a great night.
The boss swallows hard a few times, clearly lost for words, before deciding to pretend nothing happened. He takes a sip of his coffee, only to grimace. Ugh, cold. Anyway, let's not drag meetings out like this again. That's all for now. As the meeting ends and your colleagues start filing out, you rise to leave, but your boss's voice stops you. Steve, could you stay a minute? You ignore the meaningful look your coworker throws your way and comply. Once everyone else is gone, your boss turns to you with a surprisingly softer expression. How was it gonna work? How would you feel about grabbing dinner sometime? What? You pause a little too long, thrown off by the absurdity of this meeting. Yeah, what? Huh? And how is that delaying your work even more? Is this a surprise business dinner? Oh, no. So we're not meeting a client? No, I mean yes. I mean no client. Then I'll go ahead and book the usual table for the team. Your boss's face immediately returns to its usual strictness. For God's sake, Steve, no client, no team, I'm just talking dinner, just the two of us. Oh, now I get it. Thank God! So, how about tonight? No. The boss is momentarily stunned by your swift and definite response, but continues. Then, how about Saturday evening? Thank you for the offer, but what I meant was that I don't want to have dinner with you. Neither tonight, nor on Saturday. For the first time, you witness your boss blushing from something other than anger. It was just meant as an apology. I mean, I had no other. I'm sure, but if you really want to apologize, please do it in front of everyone at the next meeting, just like when you scolded me a moment ago. Unless it's something else. No, of course. You're free to go. Leaving your thoroughly embarrassed and confused boss behind in the meeting room, you return to your desk, where your coworker immediately pounces on you with excitement. What did he say? Tell me right now, or I'll die of curiosity. I'll never forget the look on his face when the client thanked him over the phone. Ha! I wish I had taken a photo. Wait, did he actually apologize to you? As you sit down and toss the files onto your desk, you mutter. Worse, he asked me out to dinner. Just then, your coworker, who was raising her mug to her lips, spits out her sip. What? Calm down, you'll choke. Under the strange looks of a few people passing in front of your desk, you help her clean herself and the desk with a napkin. Ignoring the coffee stain on her shirt, she immediately turns back to you. Oh, shit. I never thought he was that type. He seemed like a true workaholic who didn't care about anything about except his clients. But look at that. He even found out about your breakup with Soren. So, what did you say to him? Your hand hesitates briefly from wiping the table at the mention of Soren's name, but you're certain your coworker didn't notice. Of course I turned him down. Oh, really? You did the right thing. Still, you know, for someone so angry and annoying, he does have a bit of charm and he's rich. If you had gone to dinner, we'd have had enough gossip material to last until our next promotion. It would have been fun to see his flirting skills. If I were in your place, I don't think I could have said no. Maybe the you from a year ago, before you met Soren, wouldn't have said no to that invitation either. There was something deeply alluring for you about getting an offer like that from a man who was always angry, difficult, and irritating. But now, even while reviewing a new job application every evening, you don't even think about your boss. You're still thinking about Soren, aren't you? You abandon your efforts to clean an invisible stain on the desk and let yourself drop into the chair as your coworker continues. You didn't expect him to accept a breakup so easily. You thought he'd resist, try to convince you that you still love him. Just like the other men in your life did. The only difference is they didn't really mean it when they tried. Did he contact you after that dinner? Any call or message? No, I guess it's for the best. Before the silence has a chance to stretch further, your co-worker quickly jumps in again. Alright, did you see the last email from the boss? The same old nonsense, but there's this one thing. Even the relief of having most of your work done by the end of the shift doesn't lift the strange hollowness inside you. After saying goodbye to your co-worker and leaving the office, instead of heading straight for the metro, you start walking down the street. Something in your life feels off. Before breaking up with Soren, you thought it was your relationship. Now, you're not sure what it is. You move aimlessly through the crowded street, drifting like a part of the current. You consider calling him, even though the fact that he never tried to contact you after that night makes you think the breakup was the right decision for him. Too, maybe. Maybe this time, you could be the one to make the first move. After all, since the things didn't end badly, me calling him just as a friend wouldn't be strange. Oh god. Oh god. Just then, your eyes catch a tall man in a black hoodie in the crowd. Oh god. For a moment, you almost think it's him. Oh, okay, it's not him. But you're certain he wouldn't be here, at this time, dressed like that. Still, something in you insists that the man who disappeared so quickly was Soren. Maybe it is him, right? Your silly thought is interrupted by your phone vibrating in your pocket. You checked it and see a message confirming that the job interview you faked being sick to attend last week was successful. We're thrilled to inform you that your application for the digital marketing specialist in the Blue Mouse Media has been accepted. Congratulations. Contact XXXXXXXX. A good position at a good company with good pay. Finally! Your joyful outburst draws a few stares from the passerby, but you couldn't care less. You feel like you're on cloud 9. Now you can finally focus on your career instead of men. The thing that's been making you feel wrong lately must have been this awful old job with your uncertain career. Your new job is going to be so good for you. Right? Right. A fresh start is waiting for you. But are you really sure? Neutral ending. A. Okay. So, I mean, that's the ending that I got. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I don't know if I'm gonna continue trying to get the other endings because there are other endings currently in the demo. There were 2 endings as far as I know. I don't know if I'm gonna try getting the other one. Maybe I will. I am less certain about whether I will or will not post it, but anyway, thank you for watching if you watched until the end. If you like the video, please do like it. If you want to see more of me playing games, please do subscribe. If you want me to continue and get the other ending, please do tell me in the comments down below. And if you want more people to see this, then please do share it. But until next time, well, see you later. Peace.